Hi everyone, it's Jerry. Let's have a look at a game that I recently observed online live. This was a 3-minute blitz game played on elitechess.org. On the white end, 7-year-old prodigy Tihon Chernyaev from Ukraine, who goes by the handle Peshka, CH on Lichess. His opponent, FIDE Master Eduard Miller from Germany, who goes by the handle Fluffy. So let's dive into this one and see what happened, or really exactly what happened towards the end of this game. The game opens with e4. We have a Sicilian defense, open Sicilian, and the variation Dragon, often leading to sharp play. This game is no exception. In fact, it's over by move 23. Bishop e3 follows. There is no fear at this moment of knight to g4, as bishop to b5 would be the reply, and black would have to interfere with the protection of the knight or drop into c6, and that wouldn't be good either. So continuing, bishop to g7. At this moment, it's important to first secure the bishop before playing queen to d2. Why am I drawing some attention to this? Well, because there was a bit of a move order issue in this game. Queen to d2 was played before f3. This now allows black to play knight to g4, but, this is blitz, and they're blitzing out the moves. Black doesn't capitalize on this slight move order issue, instead playing a6. So now we have f3, and continuing, getting some more development in, queenside castle. And here comes this mini pawn race, each side expanding on opposite wings, b5, h4, bishop b7, and now white secures the knight on c3. Queen c7. Other moves at this point include rook c8, or trying to kind of put a halt to this expansion on the king side with h5. Queen c7 in the game, and g4. So this is really looking to push through with h5. Knight to b6. This is a weak point, the weakest point in white's camp, c4. And it's important to, keep this bishop around to watch over this point. And this is why in these positions where you have a queenside castle and you start launching the h pawn, the g pawn, this is why you don't really make a bishop move. He just kind of wants to sit there in his home square and be prepared to knock out a knight in one stroke if he hops into the c4 square, so you're not wasting any tempi. So continuing, we have h5, just swinging the back completely around. h5 it is. And surprisingly enough, it already is a bit uncomfortable for Team Black. Why do I say this? Well, the next move, rook to g8, is certainly awkward, but it is best. What's the issue with, let's say, queenside castling here, just connecting rooks? The issue is that you can sacrifice on b5. And after a recapture, knight takes b5, what would black do here? Currently, the queen would be under fire. The knight is under fire, and how do you move the queen and still successfully defend the knight on b6? You can't. Playing to c6 would run into a fork. So this is the big issue. You just can't do this natural-looking, let's complete development, queenside castle. And so rook to g8 is at least preparing to, now that you cannot connect rooks, you better just concede this h-file to Team White. And should this be the idea to play h6, the bishop could of course back up, but with all of these tempi, White is not looking forward to simply closing the h-file. The idea is to open that side of the board, and well, this is what we have. H takes g6, h takes, and now g5, just pressing forward. Oftentimes you'll see this little tucking in type of move, but this is far more direct play. Knight f to d7 follows, so currently there's one knight eyeing c4, and not long off there can be a second, and things can really turn in a blink. A knight on c4 is just super invasive. So what I found interesting about this game was, well, looking at the stats, after the game was over with, I thought, that it felt, as I was watching it, it felt like it was really strong. And sure enough, play from here, we're at move 15. The play by white was impeccable from this point. Top moves in every case. And again, this is just a 3-minute game. And, well, just a 7-year-old at the board. So, Rook h7 is the next move. All right? Now he's, putting pressure on the bishop. Let's see what black does. Sure enough, knight to e5. And this is where Tihon thought for about 40 seconds. And I found myself, as I was watching, what would I have done in this position? And I didn't quite come up with the move that white played here. So I'll actually throw a pop quiz your way. What move would you play here as white? Feel free to pause the video. Okay. Well, yeah, again, as I was watching, I found myself a little bit behind. It was only after I saw the move did I realize, oh, that's the point. Well, 40 seconds of thought produced a perfect move, queen to h4. Okay, you really can't prevent the knight from getting into this square. If you try to do b3, this is just way too weakening. The c3 square is collapsing. You may even see, the a pawn being targeted at some stage. He has a much more direct approach, white, at this stage. Queen to h2. The knight could jump in, but now there's a great cost. You see the threat connected with queen to h2? White's ready to take the bishop, and after a recapture, sweep into h8 and pick off the unprotected rook on g7. Sharp play. What does black do? Well, black has to make another uncomfortable move, but one of the best moves, if not the best move in this position, king to f8. Once more, you cannot queenside castle because of these sacrifices on b5. Same story in this position as well. So king to f8 in the game. And at this point, I think I do best to show you exactly how this game finished. And with, of course, I could only do this with having first received permission, but I think I do best to simply share Tihon's perspective from this point on.
Okay. Qf8, wow. What Qf8? No. Okay, Qf4. And no castle this here, and no castle here. Okay, oh, bishop h3. Oh, and my position better, I think. Nxg6 threat or bishop d7. No move queen h3 because it takes an h3 rook. No, my idea. Knight d6 with check. Oh, time troubling opponent. Oh, my position, I think, winning. Oh, he takes chop, and this hanging, and queen of 6 idea. Oh, this check, and this very epic mate. Yeah, I win. Once again, FIDE Master Fluffy.
Not only was this a very epic mate, but this was just a really well-played game. I mean, it's a 3-minute game, and just finding a way to seize the initiative was very instructive to me. And I mean, if you're curious at all about how well played this game is, let's have a look at the tail of the tape. Inaccuracies, mistakes, and blunders, just zipping through here. Average centi-pawn loss, 23 for Team White, and 66 for Team Black out of a Sicilian Dragon. Really well played game, to say the least. And I've said it before in a previous video, Tihon, I mean, it's really great to see such a young talent at the game, and you certainly have a big fan in me. So continue to grow, buddy. And as usual, feel free, those of you here watching, feel free to leave any feedback to this video in the comment section below. And, well, I hope you enjoyed it. That's all for now. Take care. Bye.